Stay with me for the next 60 seconds because what I'm about to show you is going to change how you think about exercise after 50. Most men believe that to boost testosterone and get their performance back, they need a gym. They need to get on the floor. They need joints that stopped cooperating years ago. That is wrong. Everything your body needs to restore testosterone, improve erections, and rebuild energy can be done from a chair, 10 minutes a day. I'm Dr. Helen Carter. 6 chair exercises, the exact sequence. Stay until the end, because the order matters more than most men realize. Exercise 1, the seated glute squeeze. I call this one the silent switch. Here is what's happening right now as you sit. Your glutes, the largest muscle group in your body, are completely switched off. And when your glutes switch off, blood flow to your entire pelvic region drops. The same region that controls testosterone production and erection quality. In simple terms, no glute activation, no blood flow, no performance. Here's how to do it. Sit tall, feet flat. Squeeze your glutes together as hard as you can. Hold for 5 full seconds. Release completely for 3 seconds. That is 1 rep, 10 reps, 3 sets. The full release between each squeeze is critical. That alternating compression and release pumps fresh blood into the pelvic floor with every single rep. 5 full seconds every time. Do not rush this. The squeeze is the point. Exercise 3 directly targets the nerve network that controls erection quality and testosterone signaling, and you do it without moving a single inch. Do not go anywhere. Exercise 2. The chair. Sit to stand. Do not let the simplicity fool you. This is the most powerful compound movement you can do from a chair. Quads, glutes, hamstrings, core, all firing at once. That simultaneous activation sends a massive signal to your brain that your body is under demand. The response? A measurable hormonal response, including testosterone and growth hormone production. Every time you stand up correctly, your body responds hormonally. Most men throw that away by pushing off the armrests. Here is how. Sit at the edge of your chair. Feet shoulder width apart, arms crossed over your chest. No hands on the armrests. Lean slightly forward from the hips. Drive through your heels and stand. Pause upright for 1 second. Lower back down slowly. 3 full seconds. That is 1 rep. 12 reps, 3 sets. That slow lower is where most of the benefit lives. Do not drop into the chair. Control every inch. Exercise 3, the seated hip march. And this is the one I promised you. Hours of sitting shortens and tightens your hip flexors. And tight hip flexors compress the pelvic floor, cutting off blood flow to the structures that produce testosterone and control erection quality. A tight hip flexor is not just a mobility problem. It is a hormonal problem. Here is how. Sit tall, spine long, not slumped. Drive your right knee up toward your chest as high as you can. Hold 1 second at the top. Lower with control. Switch legs. 20 reps per leg. 3 sets. Drive the knee as high as possible every single rep. Half effort here means half the benefit. Full range, every time. Exercise 5 reactivates a nerve network most men over 50 have completely lost connection with. Without it, none of the other exercises reach their full potential. Stay with me. Exercise 4. The chair-assisted deep squat hold. The testosterone signal. Full depth is everything. When your hips drop below the knee line, you recruit your glutes, hamstrings, hip flexors, pelvic floor, and core all at once. That simultaneous recruitment creates the strongest hormonal stimulus possible from an assisted position. A partial squat gives partial results. Full depth gives the full hormonal response. The chair makes full depth accessible, even with limited mobility or joint discomfort. Here is how. Stand facing your chair, arms length away, feet shoulder width, toes out 30 degrees. Hold the back of the chair lightly, fingertips only, not for support. Lower slowly into a full deep squat. Hold 30 to 45 seconds. Breathe slowly through your nose. Drive back up through your heels. 3 sets. Your legs are doing all the work. The chair is just your safety net. Exercise 5. The seated isometric inner thigh squeeze. I know what you're thinking. This does not sound like a testosterone exercise. Stay with me. Your inner thigh muscles attach directly to your pubic bone, the same structure anchoring your pelvic floor. When they are weak and disengaged, which they are in almost every sedentary man over 50, your pelvic floor loses tone. Blood flow to testosterone-producing structures drops. Performance follows. In simple terms, weak inner thighs, weak pelvic floor, weak performance. Here is how. Sit tall. Place your fists between your knees or a folded towel, a pillow, anything with resistance. Squeeze your knees together as hard as you can. Hold 10 full seconds. Release for 5 seconds. That is 1 rep. 10 reps, 3 sets. No movement, only tension. That tension is exactly what your pelvic floor has been missing. Exercise 6 is the one most men finish their workout without ever doing. And it is the exercise that flushes everything you just built directly into the bloodstream. Stay with me. Exercise 6. Seated calf raises. The second heart. Here is something most men do not know. Your calves are a pump. Every time they contract, they squeeze blood from your lower legs back up toward your core. In men who sit all day, that pump stops working. Blood pools in the legs, pelvic circulation drops, and everything that depends on that circulation, and including testosterone production, slows with it. In simple terms, dead calves, dead circulation, dead performance. Here is how. Sit tall. Feet flat, shoulder width apart. Raise both heels as high as you can. Squeeze hard at the top. Hold 1 second. Lower slowly. That is 1 rep. 20 reps. 3 sets. Want more intensity? Place your hands on your thighs and add light downward pressure as you raise. More resistance, more blood flow, more benefit. Every rep is a deliberate pump back toward your core. Do not underestimate this one. Here is the complete sequence, in this exact order. 1. Seated glute squeeze. Wake up the pelvic blood flow. 2. Chair sit to stand. Trigger the hormonal response. 3. Seated hip march. Open the hip flexors. Restore circulation. 4. Chair assisted. Deep squat hold. Maximize the hormonal stimulus. 5. Seated inner thigh squeeze. Lock in the pelvic floor. 6. Seated calf raises. Activate the second heart. Flush everything into the bloodstream. 10 minutes, every single day, from your chair. Gentlemen, testosterone decline, weak erections, and energy loss after 50 are not inevitable. They are mechanical, and mechanical problems have mechanical solutions. You now have 6 of them. No gym, no floor, no excuses. Do this every day for 21 days. Tell me what changes first. Drop your name, your age, and where in the world you are watching from. I read every single comment, and I will personally reply to as many as I can. If this gave you something real, subscribe. That is what this channel is for. I will see you in the next one.